solutions inaugurated today.
So good afternoon. So it's a true pleasure to be able to partner with a group like Global Hospitals for so many years, and it's an honor to have our newest technology here in the center, both in terms of CT as well as MR. And we focus a lot on what are the things to make the patient more comfortable, to make the scans more easy, more repeatable, more consistent, and easier for you to do your jobs every day as radiologists and radiographers. So this is really a primary focus on the GE Healthcare, the technology that we're bringing forward. So we have unique technologies, a silent scan to make patients more comfortable, magic to make things faster. But all these are really focused on really making the patient more comfortable and your jobs hopefully simpler and easier to do each day as clinicians. So that's really the forefront of the GE Healthcare focus, what we're bringing forward with the technology. And it's a true pleasure to have our newest technology here in the hospital. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Ravindranath to address the delegates.
Dr. Scott Atlas from Stanford University, Hoover Institution. Travis, Director MRI Asia Pacific. Ramesh Krishnan, CEO for the Middle East and India and South Asia for Pathway Group, and Hemraj, Colonel Hemraj, our CEO, and dear consultants and all the press and media. Thank you very much for coming today. About eight months ago, you might have thought this place is flooded and we had a lot of issues, but today it's a very happy situation. We have the best technology in the city or in the country is there. We have used the opportunity. Every problem there is an opportunity. That's how Global Hospital utilizes that opportunity.
Patient care. We're living in an era where all sick patients really should be treated by specialists with advanced technology. That, you know, as we have kind of conquered, and particularly in India, I think, as the nation has developed and conquered the diseases of infection and malnutrition to a great extent, and the trauma from motor vehicle accidents, people are living longer, and we have the population going into the diseases that depend on super advanced technology like that was just installed in this hospital. So people that live longer, that's a great blessing. But with the aging of the population, we see more people getting the diseases like heart disease, stroke, cancer. And this is a critical part of delivering state-of-the-art care, is the advanced technology that's just installed. So it's quite exciting to be here. I'm happy to have been invited to participate. And if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Pathway decided to partner with Global Hospitals. And I've said this in the past and I'll say it again. It's just 2 days after we signed up all the agreements. This hospital was hit by floods which the city has not faced for almost 100 odd years. And we were sitting out there saying, gosh, you know, what have we gotten into? And from then on, you know, there's been every month, I've seen nothing but sheer hard work and also the promise that this hospital has given us in terms of how quickly it can come out of situations like that. And here we are yet again. I call this a cornerstone because, you know, we've just installed one of the best technologies, I'm told, for perhaps the first time in India, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a doctor. I don't understand technology, but, you know, surely what I've been hearing from the others on what this machine can bring to the table is truly impressive. But I have had, as a non-doctor, the unfortunate event of getting into an MRI. Nothing major, but yes, I have been inside a couple of times. And when I hear things like claustrophobia and sound, I can clearly relate to that. And as a patient, I truly can understand what it can get to a patient. From that perspective, we're really happy that we're able to come in as partners in global hospitals and support initiatives like this when truly the patient care and patient experience is put in front of everything else. We'd clearly like to take this forward. As right from day one of the things that we really liked about the way Dr. Ravindra has brought this institution up is the importance that he has given to technology and clearly being in the forefront of the technology introduction in the country. That's clearly something we had liked, and that's definitely something we would, even going forward, want to support in every possible way from the Pathway side. So once again, thanks very much for being here. Very pleased to have the members from the media as well. Thanks once again to all the doctors for all the hard work that you're going to put in so far. Look forward to that same kind of support going forward as well. Thank you very much.
He's a neuroradiologist. Neurointerventional radiologist is liver.
Okay, thank you.
So you mentioned the 67% time will be saved in this mission. 67% of this time will be saved through this mission.
Of course.
So how you are going to save this time? What are you working?
Much faster. MRI generally takes longer time. Much faster. Maybe you can answer that question.
At the existing.
Yeah, I mean, there's several things that are unique about this scanner. One is there is a capability to generate about 6 or 7 commonly used types of images with one single scan. And then via computer processing, there's something called synthetic images that are created. And that is reduced, that's going to reduce the time of the patient in the scanner at times by probably about half. Depends what you do with that patient. So it's much faster for the patient. It's faster and more tailored to what the patient has, because the radiologist, after the images are done, can then say, well, let's see, I wanted to see it this way. We don't have to call the patient back to get different kinds of scans. The scans are all there, and it's simply by changing what you're looking at, you can generate a new type of contrast to detect the abnormality. There's some other things that are unique. It's easier for patients. First of all, it's a wide bore scanner. It's more comfortable for the, I don't know what the percentage is in India, but maybe up to 20% of people are claustrophobic and can't really continue with the scan. The idea of something called silent scan is very important for comfort and the entire kind of fear that people have about getting into an MR scanner, because you feel in the conventional scanner like you're being pulled into a tunnel, and it's very loud, and this causes people to move on some scans and not be able to completely cooperate, and so that adds time to the scan, because if you have to redo scans over and over again, you've made the situation much longer in the time of acquisition.